Okay, guys, welcome back. We are on part 4. I just had a little bit of soup and some jello for dessert. No, if you don't got nothing free up there, I'm not getting it yet. Well, I ain't supposed to be inside here. Let me see. Okay. Daily rewards a day. I'll take it. Oh, good. Since I unlocked these guys on my big account, I don't have to unlock them here, but I'll summon her.
Did I miss anything interesting?
And let's get a mount. Nightmare Courser.
I had a pony gua when I was little. Pon Pon. Oh, she was adorable. Hope we find something interesting today. What would you like to talk about? We've already been through more together than most people I've known. Feels like I've known you forever. Not tired of you yet, though. Problem, Sarah?
Okay, she's just about ready to level up too. Good.
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home.
Jab, jab, jab. Poke, poke, poke.
Whew, that was a bit of a
Rawhide
warm-up.
helmet. No.
Oh, hello. Can you come over here and help? You look like a hardy soul, unconcerned with the prospect of death by trick, trap, or misadventure. How do you feel about helping a defenseless scholar from Gideon unearth a little history from Undertow Cavern? Oh, and can you swim? Have you heard of Phaelivon the Magnificent? He was a famous Nibonese Minotaur hunter, but his final resting place was lost to time. After years of searching, I think I finally found the site of Phaelivon's mausoleum. I hope to recover proof that this is Phaelivon's tomb. His armor, helm, and sword would do nicely. But I didn't get far before I found the cavern overrun with goblins and minotaurs, and parts of it are flooded. I'll pay you well to help me. No one in Leyawiin realizes that Undertow Cavern is the final resting place of a great hero. Let me secure my belongings and I'll meet you inside. I found accounts of Phaelivon's burial in a shining mausoleum on a hill outside Leyawiin. He was laid to rest with his arms and armor, relics of his many victories. This is the place. But goblins infest the caverns, and minotaurs too. You would be, I suppose. Well, Phaelivon the Magnificent had a golden helm. He wore armor of impervious mail, and he wielded a sword of exceptional sharpness. The stories say that Phaelivon had the most beautiful mail, impervious to sword, arrow, and spear. We don't know much about armor of his era, but he was known as the Magnificent. I can only surmise his armor was quite splendid. Phaelivon's sword was so sharp, it was said to be able to cut the air itself. No, that isn't right. I suppose any sword will cut air. Ah, that's it. This one could cut through armor like air. That's what I was told. The stories say that Phaelivon had the most beautiful mail, impervious to sword, arrow, and spear. As I understand it, the helm was a gift from the Lord of Leyawiin in gratitude for Phaelivon's many heroic deeds in Blackwood. The stories say it was fashioned in the shape of a roaring dragon's face.
Huh.
Well, it has been many hundreds of years. I suppose Phaelivon's armor might not be much to look at now, but in any condition they would be of immense historical value. I simply know it. I suppose goblins aren't much of a surprise. They infest many caves in this region, although I had hoped I wouldn't run into any. The minotaurs I didn't expect. None have been seen so close to Leyawiin in centuries. That's the very question I was wondering about. Wherever they came from, these minotaurs seem very hostile. Enraged, even. I've heard all kinds of fighting inside. I think they're angry at the goblins. Do minotaurs and goblins get along? That's because it was swallowed by the earth. One night, 700 years ago, people living nearby heard a terrible sound. When they came to look in the morning, they found that the whole mausoleum had fallen into the caves underneath the hill. Because the caves beneath this hill were the site of Phaelivon's last and greatest battle. The mausoleum was a monument to his victory, as well as his tomb. Until Undertow Cavern swallowed it up anyway. Just the sort of place goblins love. darksome, dank, and foul.
Ugh, goblins. They eat anything, you know. Anything.
Hurry up and get these rings on.
I can just picture this sword cleaving savage minotaurs. A pity it's dull beyond use now.
Up to the left.
Don't let them throw you around like that!
Imagine how many times this helm saved the heroic Phaelivon's head! Except that last time, obviously. His armor shone by the light of moons or sun. It's just too bad Minotaurs are enraged by shiny objects. The armor, helm, and sword are all badly damaged. Skeptics might say these could have belonged to anybody. We need to find Phaelivon's Horn of Magnificence to settle the question for good. But where is the horn? Why isn't it here? Phaelivon's Horn of Magnificence was his greatest treasure. My grandmother told me he made it from the horn of a Minotaur lord. It had a brass cap inscribed with an intricate design. When Phaelivon blew it, echoes rang from the hills for 7 days. I am. Mostly. But yes, I have a personal stake in this. Phaelivon is a distant ancestor. I grew up on stories of his battles, his magic horn. Oh, could this be about the horn? Grandmother told me the horn's note drove minotaurs mad with fear and rage. But sometimes the horn called minotaurs to battle even when no one sounded it. Maybe the minotaurs are here because of the Horn of Magnificence. Oh, I wondered about that too. House Vero mostly died out long ago, but they were certainly real enough. We can trace a relationship to Phaelivon's line on my mother's side. There is truth to my grandmother's tales. I'm certain of it. No. No one outside my family remembers Phaelivon. Almost all of the histories that recorded his deeds have been lost. Even his mausoleum vanished. But now I'm close to the proof that Phaelivon really existed, and was a great hero.